Hey, what's up, guys? It's your bro Joe, and today we're gonna have some fun playing Repair the Multiverse. Such a dope name for a super fun deck playing Portal to Phyrexia. This card is absolutely crazy from Brothers War. It costs 9 mana, but that's not a problem because we want to cheat it out using either Invoke Justice or Repair and Recharge. And so essentially what we're trying to do is throw this guy into the graveyard just like any other typical graveyard recursion deck using our Thirst for Knowledge, Curate, or Consider. And then once it is in the graveyard, hopefully we also have Hullbreaker Horror in the graveyard because we can return this guy and pretty much finish the game. Some more fun things that we can do with this deck though is also with Hulking Metamorph. Let's say we have Portal to Phyrexia down on the board and this guy just so happens to either come up in our hand or come down into the graveyard. What we can do is return him to the battlefield as a copy of Portal to Phyrexia, which means that we can steal creatures from the graveyard, whether it's the opponent's graveyard, whether it's ours. We can take either 2 at a time. It also makes them sack 3 creatures when it enters the battlefield, which is nuts, and I keep forgetting out in this video. But an absolutely insane card to have in a really fun combo deck. Another great card we have in here is one with the Multiverse, and that's where you get Multiverse, is because you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library, which is nuts. And then the last part, once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from your hand or the top of your library without paying its mana cost. So if we have Portal to Phyrexia in our hand, if we have Hullbreaker Horror in our hand, we can just straight up cast them for free. Or if they're on the top of the deck, we can do that too. We can also play lands just to get it out of here. So super duper fun deck here. I kind of totally forgot to go over the card that really matters: Repair and Recharge. This is why you have Repair the Multiverse. This card is crazy. It can return target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield, create a tap Power Stone token. In essence, what we're trying to do, get big boys into the graveyard, whether it's Portal Phyrexia or our creatures, bring them back with Invoke Justice or Repair and Recharge, and then from there, just absolutely take charge of the game and repair the multiverse. Such a fun deck here. Let's just go ahead and hop to some games. Make sure to stick around for all of them because there is a lot of fun things going on in each. And with that, just sit back, relax, and watch me repair the multiverse. Well, kind of not the hand to have Otherworldly Gaze. I like the Negates. We'll keep this. Sure. Pass turn. We can maybe surveil something off the top and throw it down anyway. Like that. Portal Phyrexia, 2 of them. Do we want the lands? No, you can go with them. So 2 Portal Phyrexias in the graveyard, and we find the Repair and Recharge. Beautiful. We'll throw down an Otawara and pass a turn. Maybe we can negate something. Probably just going to be up against mono black. Ooh, looks like they're playing some Rakdos. Alright, Blood Tithe you can resolve. Let's go ahead and flashback the Otherworldly Gaze. And we get Hullbreaker in the graveyard and a couple lands off the top. We really need these 2, so yeah, I mean, that's really all we're waiting for. Blood Tithe comes down, creates a token. Cool, we'll go Deserted Beach. There you go. We can take a look at more cards in our library. What is that? Yeah, just 2 Otherworldly Gazes. We have 2 Portals of Phyrexias down there. Beautiful. We just got to hit this Repair and Recharge and hope that the opponent doesn't have any counter magic. It's likely, though. Fable the Mirror Breaker. No, sir. You are not allowed to play that. That card is way too good for me to allow. Urza Silex. I like the Fateful Absence. Not Urza Silex. Let's throw that down. We can always grab that with a Repair and Recharge in the future. But we'll keep Fateful Absence. Alright, we got our last land here. And we have another Otherworldly Gaze if you'd like. Can we pass turn? Alright, so if they tap out here, that means we Repair and Recharge and at least get our Portal of Phyrexia. We already have a Hullbreaker down there. I almost don't want to Otherworldly Gaze just so we can have it for Hullbreaker fodder. And they don't do anything. Sketchy. Well, we won't do anything then. What do you think about that? Because I don't trust you. We can wait until... We got really all day, to be honest with you. And no, you're not allowed. You are not allowed to deal any more damage to me, Blood Tithe. You have done plenty. Alright. Will you play something? Honestly... Okay, they play a Corpse Appraiser, so that means that they still could make disappear. Yeah, that's smart. There goes the Hullbreaker. So the Portal of Phyrexia, we can always return their Blood Tithe. I wish it would be like permanent card. That'd be super overpowered with Portal. I mean, it's a 9 mana mythic artifact. Maybe if it was like legendary or something. Yeah, they have something here to stop us. But we have 2, so we'll go for it. Make Despair. Yep, knew they had that. But we have a second one. We shall just wait one more turn to do it. And they think they're all out of the heat here, and we're like, you thought. I guess this is the one downside of having our deck not really have that many creatures. Blade Coil Serpent. Wow. Oh my goodness. Discard a card? I will gladly throw my Hullbreaker down. That's fine with me. Okay, that's 9 damage. But they have to sack 3 creatures, right? Yeah. So repair and recharge. They sack 3. Huge. If they can find a way to haste in 5 damage or return our Portal of Phyrexia, they have it. This is the fun game. These are the games that I like. The ones where the board is literally clear. I mean, I just cleared it. But it's a lot more mind games rather than like actual just creatures, meatheads just swinging in at each other's faces. All right. Well, we could grab this guy just so they can't. But I think the play has got to be Hullbreaker, right? Enters the battlefield. We're not going to cast it with anything. Yeah, we got to go Hullbreaker. We have our Otherworldly Gaze, so we can return some spells. We have Faithful Mending, so we pretty much just got a lock on this game as long as we can keep drawing into spells. Go for the throat? No. Unfortunately, though, we can't, like, counter that. Honestly, we could just let it die. Let's return it. See if we can draw into a negate. Yeah, they're just going to do it again. Honestly, I'd let it die. That's fine. That's more than okay. They don't have any more black mana. So, Otherworldly Gaze now. So now we can see what we want to do. So return the... Go for the throat to face. They don't have any more black mana to cast it. If we can keep it on the battlefield, that's just a +2. Have them waste all their mana here. They can draw a card with that clue. Invoke Justice. That returns target permanent. So we can return another Portal to Phyrexia and just snag everything from graveyards. Corpse Appraiser. We can get Blood Tithe. We can get Fable the Mirror Breaker. Possibly. And then copy Hullbreakers. I like this. Well, let's throw the lands down. It's a little extra spice that we can do, and we'll just draw it anyway. We have a Consider, perfect, so even... Oh, we discard it. Forgot Faithful Mending, stupid. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so we'll probably lose our Hullbreaker here. I'd almost rather lose Hullbreaker than Portal. We can always just return him. Alright, go for the throat. Let that resolve. Tainted Indulgence. Draw some cards of your own. Yeah, Faithful Mending was definitely... I thought twice about it to put it in the deck. Just because of that right there. Okay, so we could return the Blade Coil Serpent again. Or we could go Hullbreaker. They won't have... They won't always have... Oh my goodness, a Portal to Phyrexia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... We're not quite there. So let's just hold off. Pass the turn. Man, stupid on that Invoke Justice. Would have been smart to just throw it to the 3rd spot if we were really smart and knew that we would just draw it. Yeah, you can resolve. It's double the amount of tokens. So 2/4, Hullbreaker won't die. Okay, and let's draw some cards. And we'll bounce Blood Token. So now you can't have any power. I mean, you can just sack it. Oh, I would have just sacked it. Is it sorcery? No. So discard 2 cards. Hullbreaker number 2. Yes, sir. That is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I want to do with this deck. It is so crazy. Nope, nope, nope. Well, since we don't have any spells, should we just grab this? Or exile the 1 target card. Put one of those cards in your hand and the rest in the graveyard. Let's go Corpse Appraiser. Let's see what we can find. Okay. There's the battlefield. So it's exile 1. Is it creature? Yeah. So let's go Blood Tithe. I don't want you. Exile. And then I guess we'll get Curate. Just because it's good with Hullbreaker. Put the lands in the graveyard. Draw a card for turn. Faithful Mending. So let's go to combat and swing in. Swing in for 7. We have a blocker for Blood Tithe that we can always bounce it if we want to. Damage. And end the turn. We got time. Like I said, we got time. This has been a crazy game. It's gone back and forth. Okay, so return that to hand. That's smart. And we can't turn your non-permanent to its owner's hand. Yeah, we can't really stop that. We can. This isn't a spell, is it? Let's see. Because I don't think it's a spell. No, it's not a spell. We'll return you. That's nice that they get that back. They can exile the other Hullbreaker Horror before we have time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land wouldn't be terrible, but now let's throw it in the graveyard. We have 27 cards in our deck. Hulking Metamorph. Hey, that's even better. I'll take that. We have 2 Hullbreaker Horrors, but not in the typical way. So we can Faithful Mending if we want to. Okay, we'll pass the turn. We'll see what they play first. We also need to protect this Hullbreaker Horror, and they swing in. That's a mistake. You need to protect yourself, my friend. Okay, Corpse Appraiser. It's blue, black, red. Yeah, they can play it again. So let that resolve. Exile Hullbreaker Horror. Resolve. And then on your end step, bounce back your Appraiser. Maybe. Would love to kill it. Shieldred. Okay. No. That, my friend, I'm returning to your hand. And we could throw down the Hulking Metamorph and have it come in as a 7/7 Hullbreaker. Okay, discard 2. Probably Portal and Island. No, this and Island. Or we could keep the land. We don't really need the Portal. We'll see if we can play it in the future. I mean, 2 portals would be crazy. It's pretty much game over at that point. Yeah, go to my turn. We will go your graveyard, Hulking Metamorph. We could do Portal the Phyrexia. We could do that, or we could go Hullbreaker. They really only have Serpent. I think we gotta go Hullbreaker. It's just crazy. We got a Wandering Emperor. I like it. We have a Faithful Mending. Great blocker now, so let's go and just swing in. Start doing some damage. Yeah, they know that stuff. What a massive game. That was crazy. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we deserved that win. They really tried there. We just had absolutely everything that we needed in order to win that one. What a marathon. Good win. We'll take it. What a card draw heavy hand. Oh my goodness. Faithful Mending, Otherworldly Gaze, Curate, Thirst for Knowledge, and one with the Multiverse. Throwing that down. I don't mind that at all. Since we have Otherworldly Gaze and we get Portal of Phyrexia, oh my goodness. We could either go Deserted Beach here, or we go just the island to try and get Otherworldly Gaze and just see what's on top. Hopefully. Yeah, let's go Otherworldly Gaze. I like that play a little bit better. It's definitely risky, but we are risky. Not risque. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, we're not that on this channel. Don't want to get demonetized. Alright. So we have another Deserted Beach, so we don't get the land this next turn. But We can throw down Hullbreaker Horror and Hulking Metamorph. Perfect. And yes, we do have to lose our turn 2 play, but still not doing too bad here at all. Looks like we're up against typical mono black here. We'll go Deserted Beach again in Sega. Sure. We're just looking for that repair thing. Or an Invoke Justice, especially since we have all these planes here. Yep, you can do that, sure. Draw your card. Love these sleeves. I absolutely love the Liliana Planeswalker sleeves. They're so cool. They move, and that purple is just so calming. Something about it. You can just curl up in a ball and cry. Just kidding. Alright, the opponent is like, what do they have going on here? Okay, do we go Thirst for Knowledge? Yeah, probably the best bet. Draw the most cards. We can throw down our Portal to Phyrexia, and we find the Invoke Justice. Perfect. Yep, bye-bye Portal to Phyrexia. Oh my goodness, this is going perfect. We'll go Plains just so we can hopefully hit that Invoke Justice on turn 5. We need one more white source. And that's perfect because we have so many cards that we can throw it down, so. Throw it down. So funny. I just picture like just like a breakdance battle. Those are so fun. Evolve Sleeper. Okay. Yep, that's a nice card. Cool, cool. We shall do our own stuff. So let's go Curate, I guess. And then maybe Faithful Mending just so we can discard another Invoke Justice. Since we draw it, let's go ahead and do it, just so we can have another chance to return something if something happens to this Portal of Phyrexia. And then I guess we'll go Faithful Mending so we can discard the one with the multiverses. We get the Wandering Emperor lands. Yeah, so we'll just go double one with the multiverse. We can always return that with one of the Invoke Justice if we'd like. It's just such a good card. Maybe keeping one's the right play? Nah. We'll throw them both down. Get a Fateful Absence. I like it. And we did get our white mana so we can Invoke Justice here. I think we go for it. I mean, what are they going to have? Something to kill one of our Hullbreaker Horrors probably. But no, we got to return the Portal to Phyrexia. And then creatures we don't have. So we're just going to put counters on our... You better not come up with a mono black counter spell. I was going to say... It's like I've played enough Standard to know that there's definitely not that. Oh, I love those doggos. As scary as they are cute. Alright, we can start doing things here. We know that they have a ton of removal in there. All them typical mono black stuffs. Ooh, Invoke Despair. If that would... Does that make us... sacrifice an artifact? I think it might. I don't remember the exact wording of it. I know it's just like every permanent, pretty much. Okay, bring us down to 17, and I want your Evolved Sleeper. Nah. No. We go Hullbreaker Horror. Such a good card. Cool, cool. Go to our draw step. And we get another plane so we can Invoke Justice again. Yeah, drawing cards hurts us. Cool, cool. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kill your Shieldred here in just a second. Don't worry. We definitely want to hold up one of the blue manas, so let's Invoke Justice and bring back one with the Multiverse. Perfect. And then we can put counters on our Hullbreaker here. Return target non-land permanent, and Shieldred, you're gone. You're done. It's over with you. Probably going to try and kill our Hullbreaker here. And one with the Multiverse resolves. And we get a Repair and Recharge off the top. So that's Artifact Enchantment. So we could do another one with the Multiverse off the top. Oh my goodness. So we want to play this for free, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and play this for free. It's once during each of your turns. Does that mean like our turn on theirs as well? So we could do one with the Multiverse, so we could do Hulking Metamorph. I guess we'll do this. We'll return probably Reckoner Bankbuster. All right, goodbye. Oh, this game is so over. There's no chance. So yeah, now this one triggers so that we can play another thing for free. And it's once during each of your turns. Again, not sure what that totally means. Unfortunately, this isn't in our hand, so it doesn't count. We could go wandering. Yeah, I know. I'm taking time. I'm sorry. I don't think we play anything. So let's go ahead and just pass. It is kind of tough playing Azorius. You do need to take a lot of time, and that's what they said back before Brothers War came in and the rotation happened. Azorius is great, Azorius control, but it was just too slow. And when I was playing at the LGS, that is definitely what it was. And Invoke Despair, no. And they'll probably concede here soon. This board is crazy. Deserted Beach. No, you can go down, draw a card. We get a Portals by Phyrexia number 2. We don't have that many creatures down there. We don't have anything to use. I guess with our Fateful Absence, we can kill their Trespasser here and maybe just discard the land. Have another thing. Ah, Hulking Metamorph. Yeah, we need to take that guy out of here. I don't like him. Your Graveyard, Hullbreaker Horror number 2. Yeah, I mean, why didn't you just take him? The other guy wasn't even that crazy. Alright, so let's go. We can't play that off the top. We could have played the land, right? Yeah, we should have played the land off the top. That was a misplay. Portal Phyrexia for free, though? I will not say no. Let's do it with this guy. They even say choose which one you want. And then turn target non-land permanent will go you, just so you don't have to discard a card. Choose nothing. Yeah, and they say we're done. We did take some time there. I mean, I totally understand the opponent even like giving that sleepy emoji. I would too. That's just kind of what it is with this deck. It's making the best plays for you and still making sure that you win the games. And that's just Azorius. So, wow. Another fun game in the book. Sweet. Not the best of hands, not the worst of hands. I think we keep it though. I like to make disappear. One of the Multiverse isn't going to be too much help, and it looks like we're up against Jin here, unless they play second color. Yep. Probably just up against Jin. Have them make disappear to counter it if we want to. Probably just hold that up for when they play it. And they pass, probably just going to play a card draw spell here. No? Okay. Consider on our turn. That works just fine. Guess that works okay. And they pass. We'll go Thirst for Knowledge. Hopefully it resolves. And we get the Portal of Phyrexia. Perfect. We'll throw that down. Alright. Plains. We have Hulking Metamorph. Depopulate. We'll hold up the Make Disappear. We have so much land in hand. This is crazy. Yeah, with this card of Plains, sure. Which is perfect. We have exactly the amount of white mana we need to play Invoke Justice if we get it as well. So we're just waiting for one of those two. You can pay the cost, so sure, you can draw cards. Our deck usually loses against Jin. They just have so many spells that they cast. Negates, make disappears, and such. Okay, we got a Hullbreaker Horror. Love it. Don't have any way to throw it down, though. Yep. We wait. We wait until there's something that we can actually counter. They can play a Terror here. Yep, they play the Terror. Ugh, we can't even make the Spirit. It costed 1. That's crazy. That's crazy how many things they can get down there. Yeah, Geist Wave's a good card that I feel is really underrated, especially in like a Jin deck. They have 2. There's the Invoke Justice, and they'll probably have a counterspell. We'll Depopulate. If they have a Negate, then good on them. If they have a Make Disappear, they Fading Hope 1 back. We'll Make Disappear that. So no, you lose both your guys. Perfect. That worked out really well, actually. I'm really happy that that happened. That made me feel good. It made me feel evil, but it made me feel good. Haughty Jin comes down. Knew that was going to happen. Haughty Jin number 2 comes down. That's not good. We have Invoke Justice. They'll sack their creatures and they're tapped out. Oh, this is rude. Yeah, we'll Invoke Justice, Portal to Phyrexia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could Hullbreaker first if we want to get the counters, but it'll be too late by then. We just have to get this down. Oh, so good. It's so rude. Yeah, it's basically, hey, you like your board? No, you don't anymore because there's nothing on it. Haughty Djinn, cool. Well, we are going to be able to flash out Hullbreaker Horror on their turn. It can't be countered, which is huge. They thirst for discovery. I kind of want to keep this considered just for the Hullbreaker Horror purpose. If we draw a card, it's perfect. 4, 5, 6, 7. Or we could get something off the top to throw down. We could steal one of their terrors here. Let's try and see if we can get something off the top to throw down. The Negate. I like that. But let's put it down. Oh, we get another one off the top. Okay. Glad we did it. We want to steal a Haughty Djinn here. 1, 2, 3. Just as a blocker. Because Terra is not going to do anything against this Haughty Djinn. One of the Multiverse, we don't have enough land for that, and we have the Hullbreaker on their turn. We could also Hulking Metamorph and do it on the Portal of Phyrexia here. That's actually the play. Yeah. Combat. We'll go Hulking Metamorph. Portal of Phyrexia, so what creature? Oh, we'll negate your Essence Scatter. Perfect. The things we do. Sack that creature. Oh, that's so rude. I always forget about Portal of Phyrexia's awesome ability when it enters the battlefield. The opponent sacks 3 creatures. That's massive, especially in our deck where the opponent can build a huge board. It's so big. And if we can get this one of the Multiverse down, we can play our Hullbreaker Horror. We can play a second one of the Multiverse and then the Hullbreaker Horror. And they're pretty much tapped out here. So I would say it's good. Yeah, a Portal of Phyrexia that attacks, and a portal with arms and legs and such. Nice Tolarian Terror. And nothing in our graveyard, so we'll grab this one. Yeah, not bad at all, I'd say. We don't get the land. Okay, that's fine. Go to combat and swing in for 10. Hold up our Hullbreaker Horror and pass the turn. Just kidding, we depopulate and blow up our board, and there goes everything we worked for. Alright, what you got? You gotta have something that can wreak havoc. We'll try to Hullbreaker Horror. If it resolves, it's pretty much GG. I mean, it's pretty much GG anyway. Haughty Djinn. Haughty Djinn. And we don't get the land. That's really all I wanted here. Swing in. Thanks. Good game. Yes, bring him down to -17. That was a beautiful game there. That's exactly how the deck should work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, gold tier 4. Sweet, good win. Alrighty, my friends, so there you have it. There was Repair the Multiverse. And this deck is a blast. It is kind of a mix between a ranked deck and a not ranked deck, because it is based around a combo that you really just are trying to pull off straight. But I think the deck could be better. I would say having Wandering Emperor in there is huge. I really do like having more Depopulates and more things to kill, because that's kind of what the deck is doing with Portal to Phyrexia, is not only stealing from our graveyard, because, you know, it's not super likely that we have Hullbreaker Horror down there, or one with the Multiverse or Metamorph. There's only 6 creatures in this deck, which is crazy to think of. But we also want to be stealing from theirs, which would be kind of cool that we benefit from their deck as well if they're playing something huge. But it could be more competitive. And I would say maybe throw some more counter spells in there. I mean, I toyed with it as much as I could to make it as good as it could be. But I just don't think it is what it absolutely could be. And we have 24 lands here. That's crazy. I can't tell you how many games I drew into like 8 lands. I thought we were playing 25. I could have sworn that we were playing 25 lands in this deck, and I think I even built it thinking that we should play 25 just because of the absolutely massive CMC, but I can't tell you how many games I was just trying into all lands. So I don't know, toy around with it. Let me know what you guys thought about the deck and maybe some cards I can throw in there or some things I can do to make it better. If you stuck around to the end, you are the realist. Let me know that in the comments because I love to see who sat through the 20-30 minutes some videos. It's crazy that you guys spend that amount of time just to watch me and some fun decks and just learn some fun things you can do in Magic. So this was a good one here. I was really happy to at least pull it off in all the games that you guys saw today. But that is pretty much it for me. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy because I wouldn't want you to miss out on any more fun decks like this. And always join me for the adventure as we delve into some more Brothers War decks. Alrighty, guys, that's it for me. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace out.